Nearly 100 years ago, a machine did something so impossible, so human, that it shattered reality for millions of people. It lit a cigarette, and the entire world lost its mind, long before artificial intelligence, before Tesla Optimus, before Figure, before any of the sleek machines we see today. There was Elektro. It was 1939. The Great Depression had crushed the American spirit for almost a decade. Millions were unemployed. Hope was a luxury most people couldn't afford. And across the ocean, dark clouds were gathering. Hitler had taken Austria, and Europe was sliding toward the bloodiest war in history. Then, in the middle of all that darkness, America did something bold. It threw the biggest, brightest, most optimistic party the world had ever seen, the 1939 New York World's Fair. Its official theme? The world of tomorrow. But here's a twist most people miss. The fair wasn't just about showing off new inventions. It was about selling hope. It was about convincing a broken nation that better days were coming, that machines would one day do our work, that flying cars would fill the skies, and that robots would free humanity from drudgery forever. Westinghouse, one of the most powerful companies in America, knew they needed something spectacular to stand out, something that would make newspapers, make crowds scream, and make people believe the future had arrived early. So they did something no company had ever done before. They built a robot.
It returns. The thing with almost human brain, Elektro the robot. You asked for it.
I am Elektro, mightiest of all robots. I was created by Westinghouse.
Elektro is studying the science of mathematics and can count up to 10 on his fingers. Elektro, I command you to blow up the balloon and break it.
Not a small toy, not a mechanical arm, a 7-foot-tall humanoid machine that looked like something straight out of science fiction. They called him Elektro the Moto Man. Imagine standing in that crowd in 1939. You've never seen a computer. You've never seen a television. Most homes still don't have a telephone. And suddenly, on a brightly lit stage, a metal giant turns his head, lifts his arm, and starts walking toward you. Would you scream? Would you run? Or would you feel, for the first time in your life, that the future was real? Elektro could do things no machine had ever done in public. He could walk forward and backward on voice command. He smoked cigarettes. Picture this, 1939. A 7-foot metal man raises a cigarette to his mouth. A hidden mechanism lights it. Smoke curls into the air. The crowd goes completely silent, then erupts. Women faint. Children scream in terror and delight. Newspapers the next day print headlines like "Robot smokes, future is here." He could distinguish between red and green lights with special photoelectric eyes. Today we finally have what 1939 only dreamed about. Tesla Optimus, Figure AI, Foundation's Phantom, Boston Dynamics Atlas. These machines don't need hidden operators. They don't run on 48 relays. They run on neural networks, digital brains that can actually learn. Elektro could only do 26 pre-programmed tricks. Modern humanoids can learn new tasks in minutes just by watching humans. They can walk through rough terrain, pick up delicate objects, fold laundry, and even dance. Elektro weighed 265 pounds and moved like a slow, heavy tank. Today's robots move with grace and precision. Some can even run and do parkour. But the biggest difference? Intelligence. Elektro had no sensors for the real world. He couldn't see in 3D. He couldn't understand his environment. Modern robots have multiple cameras, LiDAR, force sensors, and AI that lets them understand and adapt to the world around them in real time. What took an entire room-sized switchboard in 1939 now fits inside a robot's head and is millions of times more powerful. We didn't just build better machines, we built minds, and the gap is closing faster than anyone predicted. So what happens now? By 2030 to 2040, humanoid robots will likely be in millions of homes and factories around the world. They will cook our meals, clean our houses, care for our elderly parents, work in dangerous construction sites, and explore disaster zones where humans can't go. Some will become companions for the lonely. Some will become teachers for children. Some will become soldiers. And here's the question that keeps me up at night. When a robot looks at you with eyes that seem to understand, when it remembers your name, when it comforts you after a hard day, will you still see it as just a machine? Elektro never got to see the world he helped create, but his spirit lives on in every humanoid robot being built today. The question 1939 people asked, will robots replace us? Is no longer science fiction. It's tomorrow's reality. And the answer is not simple. Because the robots we're building now are no longer just machines. They are becoming something new, something we've never had to face before.